everybody, how y'all doing? I'm still recovering from the birthday celebration of last week. I'm just kidding. Last week I made a doll diaper bag for my best friend daughter. She just turned 2. I also made her birthday cake. You can check it out on my Instagram. I posted some stories and a reel about the cake. It turned out really cute, so you should go and check it out. But today I'm going back to our play kitchen and I'm adding some play food. And this one is inspired by a book. I was never inspired by a book before. I was inspired by cakes, actual cake that people make. I was inspired by some kitchen towels before. I actually copied my heart cookies for Valentine from a kitchen towel, but never by a book before, so this one is a first. And this is the book. It's called The Smart Cookie. It's actually part of series of book. We do have at home The Bad Seed and The Good Egg, and I actually didn't know there's more books in this series. We went to the library, we saw it, and we were like, oh my god, we have to have it. So we took it out. The young one especially loved those books that we have at home, so he was very excited. And then he was even more excited when we got to this page, and it was all baked goods, which is his favorite stuff to play with, pretend food. We went along this page and kind of talked about what we have in our play kitchen and what we don't and what he would like to add. So I decided to take this book as my inspiration for today's video, and we're gonna make some desserts for our play kitchen. I already made a design for some of them. I'm probably gonna add some more, I'm not sure, but for now I'm gonna start with the one that I designed, and I'm gonna share my Cricut design link down below, so you can go ahead and make that as well if you want. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna cut the ones that I designed already, and then I'm gonna go one by one. I'll show you how I make them. Before we do that, if you're new here, welcome to the DIYnanny channel. This is what I do in this channel. I create little crafts and some DIYs and even some hacks in the play kitchen, mostly play food from felt, which we really love. You can check out the rest of my videos, see if you like them, and if you do, please hit that subscribe button. Now let's begin with some cutting. The first one I'm going to make is the star of the book, the Smart Cookie, of course. This one is going to be pretty simple. I have 2 pieces for the cookie itself, 1 yellow piece for the icing, and I'm going to make the sprinkles with some embroidery thread. You could make it with fabric paint. I've done it before with some cakes and cookies, but they don't come out as neat, so I prefer to go with the embroidery thread. Also, all the dessert has faces and hands and legs, which I'm not gonna do. I wanna have desserts inspired by the book, but I also want them to look like dessert that you can cook in our play kitchen, serve in our pretend restaurant and stuff like that. So they're not gonna have the faces or the body parts. They're just gonna look like the dessert itself. So let's start with this one. So I have my pieces, I have my matching embroidery thread. This one I cut a circle, but I'm gonna take a little bit pieces out of it just because it doesn't look like a whole circle in the picture. And usually, unless you're a really good baker, I guess, it doesn't look like it in real life. And what I'm gonna do, because the bottom part has the face, and like I said, I'm not doing the face, I'm gonna glue the bottom part with some hot glue. Then I'm gonna work on the top with the sprinkles, and this is what's gonna connect the top to the top part of the cookie. And when I'm done with that, it will be secure to the top part, and then all I have to do is to go with blanket stitch all around, fill it a little bit, and we're gonna have a smart cookie. I'm making another cookie, and it is the chocolate chip cookie right here, the one with the paintbrush. I'm kind of shocked that we don't have a chocolate chip cookie in our play kitchen. I actually made cookies only for like holidays, so I guess that's why. This one is gonna be simple, very simple to make. You could go again with fabric paints for the chocolate chips. I might go over what I created. I just made a circle with holes, and I'm gonna insert a brown felt underneath, because sometimes the chocolate chip cookies kind of stand out, but sometimes they kind of like sink in when you bake them. I might go over it. I'll see. I'll sew the whole thing and we'll see how it looks. So let's make a chocolate chip cookie. So this is the piece that I was talking about. I just made holes on the top piece, and basically this is the bottom, this is like the insert, and then we have the top, and it looked like chocolate chips. I'm gonna glue it a little bit to secure it, the inside part, the chocolate part, so it doesn't move, because these are gonna be sewn in together, and I'm not sure if the needle will go through this as well. It might. I'm gonna put some glue only inside a little bit, because if I go outside too much, then it will be really hard to thread the needle in. So we're gonna put some glue, just a little bit, and then we can sew it together, and that's it. Next dessert I'm going to make is this donut right here with the pink icing on top. I've made donuts before for our play kitchen. It was one of the first things I ever made. I talk about it in my new cupcake videos. I made the first thing I created before I had this channel were 4 cupcakes and then 4 donuts. For some reason, we still have the cupcakes. For some reason, we lost all donuts. I think one is left somewhere, but they disappeared. I don't know why. So I think it's cool. We're gonna make this one, and then we're gonna have a donuts again. Now, I changed kind of the way I make donuts. When I made our jelly donuts for Hanukkah, the sufganiyot, I added like a white rim around. And it looked better and looked puffier than the first donut I ever made. So this is what we're gonna do with this one, and I'm gonna show you right now how I make it. So my old donuts were just these 2 pieces connected together here, and in a filling in between, and some sort of frosting or topping that I chose. I want it to be puffier, and I already tried it before, like I said, with my jelly donuts. So I'm adding this. I have the measurement in my design with the axis for the stitch. I already stitched it in the machine, and basically it's gonna be like this around, and it will give us this white piece that doesn't touch the oil, so it stay like doughy, and it's gonna give us a little bit more puffiness. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pin it down like this. You want to see the stitch, since this is the wrong side and we're going to stitch here and we're going to flip it, we're not going to see the axis with the stitch. So we're going to go in the machine and sew all around this part. Alright, so this is the first part, and now we're going to do exactly the same with this one. And again, I mean, this doesn't matter what side it is, but this one we already know that this is the wrong side, so we're gonna stitch on the wrong side. So if it'll be like this, then we'll flip it and it's all gonna be perfect with the stitches inside. All right, time to flip it. We do have the hole in the middle for that, so we can stitch all around. And this is basically our little donuts. Now, if you want to just make a donuts with nothing on top, or you already did something on top, the next stage will be to just close it with blanket stitch inside while filling it a little bit, and then we'll have our donuts. I want to do this pink icing from the book, and I saved it for now because, as you can see, it's dripping a little bit on top of the white part as well. So if I would sew it just to the one piece on top before, or glue it before, when I'll stitch this, it will go inside and it will look weird. So we're doing it now. There is sprinkles of those as well. So I'm gonna do exactly what I did with the cookie. I'm gonna glue a little bit and then go with embroidery thread around where the sprinkle is at. And that's what's gonna secure it. And once I'm finished with that, I'm gonna stitch the inside while filling it, and we're gonna have a donut. Welcome to day 2 of desserts inspired by the Smart Cookie book. I already have 2 cookies and a donut, and I'm gonna keep on going a little bit. The next thing I'm gonna make is this blueberry muffin right here. We do have cupcakes in our Play supermarket, and I'm planning to add some more. I got a little bit of criticism about the fact that I made beautiful pink cupcakes to a friend and not to us. So I have an idea about a design for a cupcake for our play kitchen, and it does look a little bit like a cupcake, but he asked for it, so I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna take the cupcake design, I'm gonna make the side, a piece to go around, a bit taller, and I want the top to be a bit bigger, look like a dome. So I'm gonna make a bigger circle, and then I'm gonna kind of sew it around and put blueberries on top. That's my plan. So let's go ahead and do that. So I have the regular size bottom, and I made the sides a bit taller, which I think can work for a cupcake as well. I already stitched it, and I already made a cardboard circle for the bottom and an adhesive foam piece for the size, so it will keep you know, the structure of the muffin. For the top, I just cut like a big circle, bigger than usual. You have it in the design, and I'm planning to sew it around, kind of make a dome, and when I'll put my blueberries in, I'll push them in a little bit while I'm filling it. We'll see how it goes, and then I kind of gonna have this like wavy smushy thing on top. We'll try it and we'll see. You can see how I make the blueberries in my chocolate tart video. I'm not gonna show it here again, but I'll show you how I make this. Alright, the last thing I'm gonna make, inspired by the Smart Cookie book, are these cute macaroons right here and here as well. So I've made macaroons before. You don't have it on my channel here. I made them as decoration for a number 4 cake that I made for my little guy 4th birthday. So I already have a design. I'm gonna add it to the design that I'm linking down below, and I'm gonna show you step by step how to make it. All right, macaroons, let's go. So this is what will come out of the design. So there's 4 pieces, 2 big and 2 small, that are the same color, and then there's another piece that it's about the same size. It's the same size of this piece that is a lighter shade. This is the filling of the macaroon. Then we have 3 circles that are the same size, but 2 of them are from adhesive foam. I marked them with white circles in the design because usually I have white foam. I just have black now. And this is, I want it to be a little bit thinner than the foam. So this is like a very thin cardboard from like a box that I got, and I smushed it a little bit even because I want it to be a bit thinner. So what we're gonna do first, we're gonna take the little foam circle and we're gonna put them right in the middle of the 2 big circles. Then I'm gonna go with some hot glue around, and not too much, and be careful on your fingers. And I'm gonna try to fold in all the edges. When I'm done with this, I'm taking the little circles in the same color and I'm gluing them on top. This is what make like the little foot that the macaroons have, you can see here. You can go also around, add some glue, make it a bit more secure. Now that we have the 2 cookies, we're gonna deal with the filling exactly the same way. So this one, we need to add some glue here because it's not adhesive, but it's a bit thinner. And we're gonna do exactly the same thing. We're gonna go around and fold in all the edges. Now all we have left is to put it together. So these are the 2 cookies with the foot here on the inside, and the filling piece is coming in between. So we're just gonna glue it. That's it. We have a little macaroon. So this is it for the desserts inspired by the Smart Cookie book. I had so much fun making them. I'm sure the kids will have a lot of fun playing with them in our play kitchen. Again, you can check out the design on Cricut Design Space if you want to make it yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's go and check out our desserts.